Get away from her. The voice thundered across the school parking lot, deep, commanding, and filled with a kind of authority that made even the cruelest kids freeze mid-punch. Everyone turned. Standing there was a man in his late 30s, tall, broad-shouldered, with piercing blue eyes and a quiet fire behind them. His worn-out leather jacket carried dust from years of hard work, and his left hand trembled slightly as if holding back 1,000 memories. His name was Jack Carter, a single dad, a war veteran, and the last person anyone expected to step in that day. Moments earlier, the scene had been ugly. A group of teenage boys had cornered a shy, new girl named Emily near the back of the lot. Her books were scattered on the ground, her lip trembling as they mocked her accent and called her names. She was new in town, quiet, and alone, an easy target. No teacher around, no one brave enough to intervene. Until Jack, who had just come to pick up his 10-year-old daughter, Lily, saw what was happening. When Jack shouted, the bullies paused, exchanging nervous glances. The tallest one, Derek, smirked and said, "Hey old man, mind your own business." He puffed his chest out, trying to look tough. But Jack's gaze didn't waver. He didn't move fast, didn't raise his fists, he simply walked forward, slow, calm, and steady, like a storm rolling in. "You lay a hand on her again," Jack said, his voice calm but deadly serious, "and you'll regret it." Something in the way he said it, controlled, measured, and chilling, made Derek hesitate. But teenage pride is stubborn. "What are you gonna do, Grandpa?" Derek sneered. Jack's jaw tightened. For a second, he didn't speak. Then, with a quiet sigh, he stepped closer, looked Derek straight in the eyes, and said softly, "Walk away, son. Before you do something you can't take back." There was something about that tone. Not anger. Not threats. Just truth. Derek's friends muttered, "Let's go," pulling him away. But Derek wasn't ready to back down in front of everyone. He swung, a clumsy, wild punch. Jack caught his wrist mid-air like it was nothing. With a twist and a step forward, Derek was on the ground before he even knew what happened. Jack didn't hit him. He just stared down, silent, and said, "That's not how you win, kid." The crowd around them went dead silent. Even the teachers who rushed over seemed shocked at how fast it had ended. Emily, still trembling, stared at Jack like he was some kind of guardian angel. Later that day, when the school called him into the office, the principal looked uneasy. "Mr. Carter, while we appreciate your intentions, physical intervention." But before she could finish, another man walked in, a police officer. "Principal Davis," he said quietly, "this man's record shows 20 years in the military. Former master sergeant, 3 tours overseas. He's not just some random parent." The room went quiet. The officer turned to Jack and gave a respectful nod. "We should be thanking him, not questioning him." Emily's mother came in moments later, tears in her eyes. "You saved my daughter," she whispered, clutching Jack's hand. I don't know how to thank you." Jack just smiled softly. "No need for that, ma'am. I just did what anyone should have done." But deep down, he knew not everyone would have stepped in. He'd seen too much cowardice in the world to believe that. Over the next few weeks, the story spread through the town. People began greeting Jack differently. Parents nodded respectfully when they saw him. The same bullies who once mocked Emily now carried her books and apologized awkwardly in the hallways. And Emily. She started sitting with Lily during lunch, laughing again, her confidence slowly returning. One afternoon, Emily approached Jack while he was fixing his truck in the driveway. "Mr. Carter," she said shyly. I wanted to tell you something." He wiped his hands on a rag and looked up. "Yeah, kid, you made me feel safe again," she said. "No one's ever done that before." For a long moment, Jack didn't say anything. He just nodded, swallowing the lump in his throat. "That means a lot, Emily. You remember something, okay? Being kind doesn't make you weak. It takes more strength than they'll ever understand." That night, when Jack tucked Lily into bed, she looked at him with sleepy eyes and said, "Daddy, were you scared when you helped Emily?" Jack smiled faintly, brushing her hair back. "Yeah, sweetheart, I was." "Then why did you do it?" she asked. "Because doing the right thing isn't about not being scared," he whispered. "It's about standing up even when you are." Weeks passed, and one morning, Jack found a letter slipped under his door. It was from Emily. Inside was a simple drawing, Jack standing like a hero between her and the bullies, with the words written in shaky handwriting, "You saved me when no one else did." Tears filled Jack's eyes. He folded the paper carefully and placed it inside his wallet, next to a faded picture of his late wife. He looked up at the morning sun and smiled. You never know who's watching, he thought. You never know whose life you might change just by stepping in. So if you're hearing this story now, remember, real heroes don't wear capes. Sometimes, they're just tired dads with aching hearts and old scars who refuse to walk away when someone needs them most. And if this story touched your heart, even just a little, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Not for me, but for every single dad, every veteran, and every silent protector out there who still believes in doing what's right, no matter the cost. Because sometimes, one small act of courage can change a life forever.